everyone, it's Lex or Alexa here from the All Juve cast, bringing you the second installment of the Juventus Women's Weekly. I'm so excited to be here today with everyone. First off, though, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone for your support on my first video. Thank you for watching, liking the video, commenting, subscribing. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much to everyone who reposted and reshared my work on Twitter. I also truly appreciate all of the feedback I received. Thank you for the kind words, for the advice. It really means a lot to me, so thank you so much for that. And on that note, I think that we'll jump right into it. I'm going to be throwing it back a bit first, though. We're going to be looking first at the quarterfinal match for the Juve women, which was the quarterfinals of the Coppa Italia versus Inter, the first leg of a two-match aggregate. And that took place last weekend on January 30th. And I'm going to start off by reading through the lineup. The Bianconere lined up in a 4-4-2 formation. Starting in goal, we had Magnin. And then at right fullback, we had Lundorf. We had Gama and Lenzini as our center backs. And Boatin taking the left fullback position. The four across the central midfield, working from the right side to the left, was Urtig and then Rosucci Cernoia as our two central mids. Bonasea taking that left midfield position. And our two strikers up front was Caruso and Staskova. So the game was pretty even, going back and forth. In the 18th minute, Staskova had a header cleared off of the line, which came from a Juve corner kick. And this was followed up by Barba Bonasea, who got the rebound, but she narrowly missed the net on her attempt as well. And right at the end of the first half, the next closest chance came from Inter, and there was a header off of a free kick that hit the crossbar. So at halftime, the game was still held at a draw, at a 0-0 draw. Unfortunately, this lasted all the way up until the 71st minute when an unfortunate tap-in goal that resulted from some confusion in the box came for the Inter women. And so our Bianconere were trailing behind 1-0 late in the match, which is a very unusual fashion for them. However, in the 82nd minute, they almost found the tying goal as Bonfantini's incredible acrobatics almost redirected across into the net, but she was denied as well. And those final minutes of the match were super exciting. It went from Carciuni from Inter Women nearly making the game 2-0, all the way to a corner kick for Juventus Women on the other side of the field, which in the 93rd minute, which resulted in an Olympico goal for Boatin, tying the match. So 93rd minute, Olympico goal gets that tying goal. And so the first leg of the Coppa Italia quarterfinals ended in a 1-1 draw. Be sure to catch the second leg on Sunday, February 13th. It's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. And I'm sure it'll be a great match, as this one was a great match. It was a tight match, and both teams had lots of chances, and that's it. But what a way to end the match. It was super exciting. I was out of my seat cheering. So not every day you see one of those. The last Olympico I saw was Quadrados, of course, but Boatin had a pretty nice Olympico goal. So now moving on to Juventus Women against Verona. And this took place yesterday. The women's team also played Verona, as did the men's team. We also beat Verona too, and we won 1-0, which is great. A great result for the league. It keeps our win streak, and awesome game from the Bianconere. They lined up differently, though. On paper, it read out as a 4-5-1. So I'll just go through that lineup very quickly. In goal was Aprile. In the back line, starting on the right side, was Lundorf, followed by Gama and Sembrant as our center backs. Shout out to Sembrant, her first match back after 268 days being out with an injury. So that is awesome that she had her first start coming back from that. We are so happy to have you back, Sembrant. And then Boatin took that left fullback position. And then the five across the midfield, we have Nildin on the outside right, followed by Rosucci, Zamian, and Grosso making up the midfield triangle. Shout out to Giulia Grosso because she is a fellow Canadian-Italian. I'm also Canadian. Super exciting. She's 21 years old. She is on a 6-month contract till the end of the season with Juventus Women. It's her first professional contract. I'll definitely go more in depth into her career and her background when I feature her in one of these videos. So that is super exciting for Giulia Grosso. Congratulations on your first start. And then taking that left midfield position on the outside is Cernoia. And of course, up front, we've got Stasakova. Got to have Stasakova as our number 9. She is incredible. So that's the starting lineup for this match. I would say that the Bianconere comfortably dominated this first half. 16 minutes in, Staskova already has an opportunity. She drives across the box, but she was denied by Holland from the Verona women's goalkeeper, who, by the way, had an incredible match. I think that the game could have been a lot more than 1-0 had it not been for how she played. She just had a great game. And then I would say the closest chance of the first half came 35 minutes in with Boatin hit a beautiful strike outside the box. That was just tipped away by Verona's goalkeeper. So the half ended 0-0 despite being dominated by the Bianconere. And so then we go into the second half. In the 48th minute, the Bianconere is still dominating the game. We have a shot from Nilden that came from outside of the box. It's tipped off the keeper, hits the post, and goes out, nearly goes in. Not even 30 seconds later, we have another shot from Chernoya tipped over the bar. So they're just completely attacking, dominating. And then in the 52nd minute, Staskova beats both her defenders, drives at the goal. She actually cuts the ball back across the box, and it hits off of one of Verona's defenders and ends up going in the net. So we are up 1-0 off of an own goal from Verona, but we'll take it because we deserve it. We were dominating the match. And so after leading 1-0, unfortunately, in the 65th minute, Zamian gets her second yellow card for a foul just outside of the box, which results in a red card. So the Bianconere are down to 10 men at the 65th minute for the rest of the match. And that free kick was very close to going in. Also, we had a huge save from Aprile, so wonderful job by her on that. And however, despite playing down a man the rest of the match, we still almost scored a second. Ortig almost put a header in off of Chernoya's cross in the 83rd minute. A rebound pops back out to Gama, who hits it on the volley but misses the net. And so the game overall ended 1-0. Good win for the Bianconere, solid win. We keep our win streak alive, keep our lead, actually increase our lead in first place in the league. So overall, it was a great match. And so now I just wanted to start by introducing one of the first players. So I'm going to be featuring a player every week on one of these videos. That way we can all learn to know the team and get to know them a bit better. And so I thought, who else other than Sarah Gama to start with? And Sarah Gama is our captain, if you don't know. And she is our team's center back, and she's been playing with us, and she's been our captain and playing with us since 2017. And she plays for both Juve and the Italian women's national team. She wears the number 3, and she's commonly compared to Chiellini for the way they're both very strong but quiet leaders on and off the pitch. And she was born in Trieste on March 27th, 1989. So she's 32 years of age. And she's also the captain for the Italian women's national team, and she has been inducted into the Italian Football Hall of Fame. So wonderful job, Sarah Gama. I'm just going to quickly go through her career for you guys. So from 2006 to 2009, she began at Tavagnacco, which is a club based in the Friuli Venezia Giulia region. And then from 2009 to 2012, she played for Calcio Chiasellis, which is a women's calcio club. And on 2010, she went on loan to Pali Blues. So she did play, which is an American team in the second division. So she did play in the States for a little bit. However, 2012 to 2013, she was back in Italy playing for Brescia. 2013 to 2015, she played for Paris Saint-Germain, PSG, in the Women's Ligue 1 competition. 2015 to 2017, she was back in Italy playing for Brescia again. And then from 2017, she signed for Juve, and the rest is history. She actually recently just signed a contract extension until 2024. So super happy to have her with us for another few years. She's incredible. She's our rock at the back. Like I mentioned, very similar to Chiellini, the role she plays for our team. So I thought I'd just mention some of her accolades, her accomplishments. So during her career with Brescia and Juventus in Serie A Femminile, she has lifted 4 league titles, 2 Coppa Italia titles, and 3 Supercoppa titles. On top of that, she has 122 caps with the Azzurre, and she's net a total of 6 goals for them. Pretty good for a center back. Sarah Gama is actually an incredible individual off the pitch as well. She is the first woman to become the vice president of the AIC, which is the Italian Soccer Players Association. She's also been a trailblazer for shaping women's football in Italy. She's brought so much attention to Serie A Femminile and to Calcio Femminile in general. She's a part of the team that in 2019, the Italian women's national team in the 2019 Women's World Cup made it to the quarterfinals, which is the farthest they've ever been. So she's a part of that historic run, and she is just a huge influence and a huge voice and advocate for women's football in Italy. And we cannot thank Sarah Gama enough for that and for everything she does. And we're so proud that she's bianconere, because that's just incredible that she's a part of our team to have someone like that. So that's it for my little bit of coverage on Sarah Gama. And I'm looking forward to doing another player next week. And I was also thinking, I believe the women's international break is going to be coming up soon. So for that week, I was hoping to maybe go through the roster briefly and just go through every player in each position and give you a bit of a brief background. That way, when I'm mentioning names and I'm talking about the team, everyone can be familiar with who I'm talking about, and you can maybe put a face to the names that I'm saying. Let me know what you think in the comments below, or in the replies to my tweets. Let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in seeing. Also, if there's anything else you'd like to see from me about our women's team, let me know that too. I'm always open to suggestions. And finally, I've had some comments and some questions on how to watch Serie A Femminile. So thank you. I'm super happy to be getting these questions, because it's awesome that people want to watch too and be a part of the excitement. As far as I know, everything for Juve Women is available if you subscribe to Juventus TV. You can watch all of their matches, so I'd highly recommend that if you can, if that's a possibility for you. DAZN Italia also shows all of the Serie A Femminile games. They also show the WSL, which is the Women's Super League, so that's the English league too. So you can watch lots of women's football if you're subscribed to DAZN and you're based in Italy. However, the Women's Champions League matches are available on DAZN Canada for free, but this is just the Champions League matches, so no Serie A games. And the Champions League matches are also available on the UWCL YouTube channel in most locations. So that game against Lyon that I was telling you about last video on March 23rd, which is a huge game, that's the quarterfinals of the Champions League. They just set the location and the time. It's going to be taking place in the stadium at Allianz Stadium, and watching the women's team play at Allianz Stadium is an undescribable feeling. So I really, really encourage you to tune into that match. I'm super excited. I'm going to have some exciting content surrounding that game, because that game is probably the most easily accessible out of all of them, because it's going to be available on the YouTube channel free of cost, and it's going to be there and available in most locations. So this is it for the video today. Let me know if you have any other questions or any other comments. I'm open to lots of feedback, and I just want to say thank you so much. If you're still here watching, thank you for watching. Remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe to All Juve Cast, and I cannot wait to see you all next week. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.